Hi everyone, today we're going to be going through another analysis of a 2020 Senate race, and it's going to be in Colorado. So this is the Cory Gardner race. He won it back in 2014 by a narrow margin in a Republican wave year, and Colorado is actually seen by the Democrats as their best pickup opportunity. But are they overlooking the state of Colorado as a possible pickup? Well, we're going to take a look at the data, and I'm going to make my final assessment of who is going to win the Colorado Senate race in 2020. Is it going to be Cory Gardner or someone new? Thank you. So, firstly, we're going to look at some polling. We're also going to look at Cory Gardner's approval rating and then establish who might take on Cory Gardner in the election. So right now there's no real polling that has been done. It's just hypothetical polling. So looking at the most recent poll that was conducted January 2nd to the 5th in 2019, right now the generic Democrat here ahead. 46% of voters say that they would choose the generic Democrat. 38% of voters say that they would choose the incumbent Cory Gardner. 16% of voters still undecided. This is a non-partisan poll coming from DFM Research. Does not have a little thing there. So, January 2nd to 5th, Gardner right now behind by 8 points. That's not a great news for Gardner. And unlike in Arizona, he is behind by quite a large margin in comparison with Mark Kelly, who was only behind by 1 to 2 points in those Arizona polls. If you haven't checked out that video, please do check out that video. So, not great news for Gardner in the polling data that we've been seeing so far as of this date. Okay, so overall the polling data not looking too good. But if we do take a bit of a closer inspection on this poll coming over from DFM Research, Colorado statewide polling data. This is actually not the actual correct. Here we go. Here. Okay, 38% for Gardner, 46% for the Democratic candidate. There's a few infrastructure questions. But anyway, this poll, not great news for Cory Gardner. Okay, now looking at Gardner's current approval ratings, the news isn't much better. Right now, his approval rating is at 37%, according to morningconsult.com, and 37% also actually disapprove of the job that Gardner is currently doing. So that's not great news for someone like a Cory Gardner who wants to have a high approval rating, position himself as like a liberal Republican, not standing with Trump on every issue, to try and win a blue state like Colorado. We're going to see if that works out for him. But right now, approval rating is even, and that's not great news. Like, compared to other senators who've lost in the past, they have had a similar approval rating, if not better. So, not great news for Mr. Gardner. However, Cory Gardner does have something that he can play to his advantage. The current Democratic field challenging him is so large. There is Dan Baer, Diana Bray, Ellen Burns, Lorena Garcia, Mike Johnston, Daniel Litzel, Alice Madden, Andrew Romanoff, Stephanie Rose Spalding, John F. Walsh, Angela Williams, and Trish Zonio, and there's about 10 people who might jump into the race. They include Diana DeGitti, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce all those names, but yeah. So if we go ahead and look at, there's been a recent Democratic primary poll that has been conducted in this state. They have right now former House Speaker Andrew Romanoff leading the pack with 23% support, The current Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold, got 15% of that vote, and the former state senator Mike Johnston finished off with 12% support. Now, if we take a look at, where can I find it? Here, this one. If we look at the Democratic primary, right now no polling has been conducted on the Democratic primary according to Wikipedia. However, we can see this poll that has been recently conducted, and so this is very important. And so, as for this reason, we're going to give Andrew Romanoff, whose website clearly needs some work, given his photo is like that, as the Democratic nominee against Cory Gardner, the incumbent Republican. Cory Gardner's website is brief, but but it does look more professional than this one. This one looks like it really doesn't look very professional. But if we go into somewhere like Meet Andrew, Cory Gardner right now, 5th generation Coloradan, raised in Yuma, graduating from blah blah blah, and elected in 2014. And then Andrew Romanoff, I'm not even gonna bother reading all of that because it's just very long. You can go check out that website, both websites, for yourself if you're interested. But yeah, overall we see this one now going into the Democratic column with Cory Gardner going down to defeat against Andrew Romanoff. We're going to put it into the leaning Democratic column. We see Romanoff winning by about 5 percentage points, so right on that brink of leaning towards likely. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. 46 Democrats, 43 Republicans. We're going to continue with this series until we've done all of them. 11 toss-ups still to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and good night.